Running from the shadow, lost in the night. Gotta be brave and have no fear. Fighting for the fire, wait for.
What is going on, fellows? My name is T-Bretz, and today we're back with another ARX-160 best class setup video. We're going to be talking about the gun, as well as you're going to be able to see my first grapple playlist gameplay that we have on the channel so far. Unfortunately, it was recorded with the PS4 share thing because I didn't have my Elgato plugged in at the time I recorded the video. That's fine, so we're just going to jump right into this gameplay. Today we're going to be reviewing both of the elites, as well as one professional variant that happens to be very good, probably the best variant of the gun. So let's get started with the first variant, which is the Steel Bite. You got a +3 damage increase, -1 accuracy, -1 on the fire rate, and that's basically all for that. I think it's a pretty good variant. It's the one I prefer over all the rest, as well as just I tend to like to use because it's a really good variant. So that next we'll move on to the Damnation. It's -1 damage, +2 accuracy, -1 fire rate, +1 range, and -1 handling. The camo does look extremely cool. I really like how it looks on the gun, but unfortunately it's like almost too accurate. It's not a good gun to use unless you're using it in the hardcore playlists. But it definitely looks really cool, and by far looks the best cosmetically, but it is not the best in terms of stats. So that we'll move on to the Hole Puncher, which is the professional variant. It's a very good variant, probably the best one. It's essentially the same as the Steel Bite, but with less of a penalty on things like the fire rate. So for the stats, you got +2 damage, -1 accuracy, and -1 handling. And like I said, it's arguably the best variant. So for the ARX-160, it's a 3-round burst assault rifle, best in class range, has good accuracy, as well as range, and it's great for saving ammo. This way you won't have to use that, well, I like to use it anyway, but you won't necessarily have to use the scavenger if you don't want to. So the class, my class, I prefer using the Steel Bite, so that's what I have. I unfortunately don't have the Hole Puncher, so that's why the class doesn't use it. But for the gun, you put on the foregrip, extended mags, and quick draw grip, because they are by far the best attachments you can put on the gun. You've also got, for perks, perk 1, you got lightweight and flak jacket. Or you could, I'd say either lightweight or flak jacket, and then you got low profile. For blind eye, that's the second perk. And for perk 3, you got blast suppressor, and I would say scavenger or toughness. Those are all three of the perks, or all three of the perk slots that you should be using. And for your score streak, you're using aerial assault drone with rockets and the AI module thing that you put in so that it drives itself. So that's by far what I would say is the best class. You could arguably change out a few things, but this is the way I prefer it, and this is the way I use it. So the downsides of the gun are that it's easy to be killed with between bursts. So while you're firing, if you're just aiming at someone and you're like rushing them and you shoot them once, if they have a fully automatic assault rifle or any gun for that matter, they're going to be able to take you out between your bursts. So you have to really like lay on that trigger finger and make sure you get all of the shots on them as you possibly can, as many as you possibly can. Sometimes it is too accurate of a weapon, unfortunately. So like sometimes if you're aiming and you're a little bit off them just by like a fraction of an inch, you're still gonna miss them, and it's just gonna be a bad day for you. But in that case, you may want to use a suppressor on it just so that it kind of scatters the shots. But unfortunately, it will decrease the range, which is one of the staples of the gun, one of the things that it's really good for. So I would not recommend doing that. Just make sure you get all your shots on target at all times. Also, it can be hard to get back on target after your recoil, after the gun recoils, which is also a big downside to the gun. But yeah, basically all in all, this gun is probably pretty good. Maybe not the best assault rifle, actually definitely not the best assault rifle. I'd say the BAL and the HBR A3 take the cake for that one, but it is definitely a cool one to use, and it's been returning since, I think Ghosts was the first game it was implemented in. But I would say, all in all, pretty good gun. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned something in this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.